David, big decision, and it's a ride. Have you been thinking about it? Is it impulsive? Why now?
I don't think too many people will be surprised. I haven't been with the club for the past 4 or 5 months since I left Bury at the end of last season, so it's just dawned on me that it's time for a new challenge. I have had little injuries, sort of setbacks in the past 6 to 9 months, and so I'm ready for a new challenge, and the career's over and time to move on.
Because you were doing a bit of training, and there was all this stuff, and you were, one week you were going to South Africa, and another week you were going to Linfield. No matter what paper you read. Had you wanted to keep playing, or what was the thought process?
In the summer I was still keen to play. Obviously I had a few injuries last year at Bury, which were well documented at Bury. Me going away playing with Northern Ireland, coming back after the Northern Ireland game and being injured. So from then on, you get to the summer and you're still hopeful of something decent might come up, a club, an opportunity, and sort of the longer it goes, the more difficult it gets. You haven't had the pre-season that the other lads had, and I did go in. I went in and trained at Akron, and thankfully, James Beattie, who I played with, sort of says, why don't you come in for a few days, see if you enjoy it, see if you still have the hunger. And to be fair, I went in. I still enjoy the dressing room, the banter, the football banter's the best, the stories, and but I just didn't have that fire, the hunger, which I once had, and that's what's led me to this decision.
It's interesting that you do actually reach a point in your career, no matter what you've achieved, no matter what you've done, where at some point, and you've used the phrase yourself, the fire goes, and that's the point when you realise maybe it's time to put a nail through the boots.
It's in your mind that I've been fortunate. I played for some great clubs, great managers, and played with great players. And no disrespect to Bury last year, I didn't enjoy it, and I don't know whether I was down to being spoiled, to being at big clubs, good clubs, and then going to Bury last year at a level that I'd never been to. And I was thankful at the time that they gave me the opportunity, but it didn't work out in both parties for both parties, and ultimately we ended up getting relegated.
Was part of you going through, I don't mean to sound wrong, but going through the motions of being at a club because that 100 caps was within touching distance, and you were thinking to yourself, well, I have to keep doing this if I want to try and age close to that 100?
I still wanted to get the 100. I still believed I could, and I spoke to Michael on numerous occasions, and Michael still believed that as long as I was giving something to the squad on and off the pitch at the time, there was a couple of times when I turned up for Northern Ireland, I was nowhere near fit. Bury weren't best pleased, let's say, that I was turning up, and because I'd spoke to Michael wanted me to be part of the group, and sort of do anything I can to help sort of the younger players coming in, the new players coming into the squad, and I still believed that I could get to the 100, which was driving me, and say going through the motions. I probably did go through the motions at Bury last year because I didn't enjoy a lot of things, or sort of the standard I was playing at, the standard I was playing myself, because I was pretty rubbish last year myself, and I'll be the first to admit that. But going through the motions, you still think that as long as you're with a club, there's still the opportunity of playing for Northern Ireland, and that's what's always driven me the most to want to achieve.
There are always going to be some regrets for no matter who a player is. Is that the one that was actually touching distance? As the first outfield player to get the 100?
It would have been a great achievement, and I still think I'm pretty fortunate to play as many times as I have done for my country, and 100 would have been great. And I've seen Ronaldo getting his 100th cap in Portugal, the golden cap, and that was driving me. Even when I was in Portugal, I was on the bench and didn't play. I still thought, I can still do this. But
bring me on for 3 minutes.
Bring me on. And actually, I spoke to Michael, and Michael had sort of said that, we'll not go down that route, but we'll bring you on for 2-3 minutes here or there. You wouldn't want that, and I wouldn't want that, and I'm sure the supporters in your family wouldn't want that, and we agreed on that. So as much as I would have, regrets.
You didn't want it to be tokenism.
I didn't want to be tokenism, just for the sake of let's get